Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Potter, and I am the director of the Million Kisses Foundation. I'm also the host of the Living the Dream Video Summit. So the purpose of this summit is to bring together amazing people from all around the world, and I want to ask them all one question. How are you living the dream? The reason why I want to ask this is because so many of us are struggling and challenged by things that just cloud over our dreams. We have fears, we have insecurities, we have priorities, all different kinds. We have time management that we're trying to do with many things happening in our lives. We have money blocks, lots of things, and I just truly believe and have a passion that each one of us came to earth to live the dream. And so I want to ask these people, these beautiful people, we have authors, writers, business coaches, life coaches, Reiki masters, so many different kinds of people and different expertise. I want to know what skills, what tools, what wonderful things can they share with us so that we can break through and truly live the dream while we're here on earth. So here we are. Today we have a beautiful guest here in Salt Lake City, Utah. She's originally from Estonia. Her name is Milana Perepyolkina. Welcome, Milana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Milana is someone that I have met in the community here in Salt Lake. And what I want to have you know, Milana, is that every time I see you, you make me feel like I'm the most important person in the room. Whenever.
Because you are.
I had my suspicions. Thank you. Thank you. So Milana has a gift of lighting up from within. She has this beautiful gift. And so I came and approached her and I asked if I could interview her to ask some of her wisdom for our audience today. So Milana is a fortune teller. She is a healer, a dancer, a writer, where she's going to tell us about her new book that she just had this within the year. Pretty exciting. What's something very specific that I want to ask her about is her book is talking about wisdom from her ancestry, gypsy magic, the Roma ancestry, where she comes from. So I want to ask you to begin. Can you tell us how you first discovered the gypsy magic within yourself, your connection to your heritage that way?
Well, I'll start with my birth, which was very unusual because I was born dead. And so I started my life with a near-death experience. And it was so powerful that when I came back to life after being born and not breathing, my heart is not beating, and I think my spirit was deciding, do I really want it? I got into this journey on this beautiful planet, but do I really want to be here? I think I had my doubts because my life would be so difficult, and I think my spirit knew that. And finally I said, yeah. And also my mom's prayers, my mom's extraordinary ability to bring me back. I think she wanted me to be alive so much that her energy combined with my final desire to be here brought me back. And so as soon as I realized, okay, I'm here, I was an unusual baby. I would not cry. I would be happy all the time. I think I finally got peace with the fact, yeah, this is my honest, true decision to be here. And so my older brother would take a toy away from me and just, try to get me unhappy. And I would just smile, get a different toy. And that was my childhood, already knowing somewhere very, very deep that I came here with a very important goal of sharing this amazing ability to go back and forth into the unseen world to the physical world, to the unseen world to the physical world. And so I kind of knew that from birth. I just didn't share it with others. I was more on the observer side, looking at people who were clueless, even my classmates, kids from my apartment. Everyone seemed to be clueless that there's this path available for anyone to go into the spirit world, to leave our body go travel, ask questions, get answers, go back, and then live the life to the fullest. So even when I was in first grade, I think I was doing fortune telling. My classmates, my neighbors would gather around me, and just, I think they thought it was a game. And I was right. I was telling them things that they're like, she seems to know. That's kind of weird. But, kids, we just think everything is a game. We're playing. Unfortunately, as we get older, this light attitude to life begins to disappear. As soon as we get into our first problem, our first heartbreak, we forget that playful, light attitude towards life. And then a lot of people I've seen just go downhill from that unresolved problem, health issue, heartbreak. Something happens, a challenge happens to each one of us. Recovering is very, very difficult. Not just going over the problem, but going back into that, life is good. That is pretty difficult for most people. Going back to my Roma heritage, during my childhood years, I was riding horses bareback. I was performing in a theater as a gypsy. I was dancing. I was doing everything that just a normal Roma kid would do. I would go into the woods. I would climb trees. I would talk to the birds. I had this amazing spirit, this connection. And then I would go back to school. And of course, I was growing up in the former Soviet Union, where I was told, you can't be a gypsy. This is not right. Gypsies or Roma are not fit for the communist society. If someone were to be caught fortune telling, they would be locked up. They would be prosecuted. It was not allowed to do what I was doing. Of course, we were taught atheism at school, and we could not even go to a church. People would lose their jobs if they openly declared that they believe in spirituality and magic. No magic was allowed. Magic was forbidden. That's where I grew up. So I had two worlds. I had my Romani world that was magical, playful, light. And I had the society, the Soviet propaganda that told me this is all, no, this does not exist. There is no spirit. There is no soul. There is no magic. It's dangerous. It's these two parts of me struggled for most of my childhood life. And I even at some points chose to forget it, to put it behind, to try to live a normal life. Well, that didn't end up well. It ended up with me saying, this Roma heritage is not important to me. It's too dangerous. So I'll be normal. I'll be like everyone else. I'll be sick like everyone else. I'll be tired. I'll be disappointed. Everything, all of the diseases of the 20th and then 21st century came just like an avalanche. I got sick. I got disappointed. I got discouraged. As soon as I stopped living the path of my ancestors, I got to learn a lesson that forgetting that inside of us, there is this tribal spirit connected to our ancestors, to the earth, to thousands and thousands of lives before us. Forgetting that, disconnecting from that, I don't wish anyone to experience it.
Milana, I want to say, I want to honor the time that you have spent in disconnecting from your ancestries. And the main thing is because now you have such deep compassion for people who are disconnected. And so your work can go to the roots to help people, to assist people in connecting to that spirit. I know that you know that, and I want to recognize that publicly right now. All of that time disconnected from your light and your magic and your colors has helped, is going to help, it's going to continue to help. So I want you to continue your story, and thank you so much for that. And I want to actually ask specifically, because there's so many places that you could go. Can you share with us when you did come back into that place and really connection, can you share, you describe yourself as a keeper of sacred secret knowledge? Absolutely. I can feel that from you, even through a camera. And I want to ask you, can you share with us and direct us with your story one or two gems of the wisdom that has been the most influential part of your life?
The most important gift I can share is the gift of connection. Connection to your physical body, connection to your mind, connection to your heart, and connection to your spirit. How do you do that? Well, wonderful. We want connection, yes. But the steps to get there, that's the tricky part. And you do that by acknowledging. Just keep an open mind for a second, for a minute. Acknowledging, playing with an idea. What if the world around us is alive? Alive. Not just you, not just a tree that you see from your window, but everything. What if this computer that you're using, or your laptop or your phone, what if it has, I don't know, just play with it, a spirit? What if a chair you sit on? What if a pillow you sleep on? What if it has a personality? What if you could communicate with it? And before you say, oh, she is crazy, she lost her mind, you can always say that at the end of the interview. You can always go back. But just suspend your disbelief for a second, for a minute. How long can you keep an open mind and say to yourself, what if there's something true to it? What if I try to remember when I was 3 or 4 and I actually believed that toys came alive during the night? When I believed that I could talk to my toys, well, there's this part of you that is still alive in you. And if you go and search and dig and try to play with it, you may find out extraordinary things about this reality, something that you've never experienced before. When your shirt is going to start communicating with you, don't think that you are hearing voices when you hear your shirt talking to you. It might, you did not lose your mind. Ancient people, we're talking thousands of years of civilizations, acknowledge this and had an opportunity to communicate with everything around us. You lost this ability. I know I had a time when I lost this ability. Regaining this ability requires very little, open mind, like I said, and practice. And a playful attitude. Of course, if you say, hey, shirt, talk to me, and you don't hear anything, don't get discouraged. This is not how communication works. It's more of a very, very quiet voice. whispering. This is not where you go into your conscious mind. This is where you go into your heart. But you go into that place where anything is possible. Even talking to your pillow is possible. This is a world that is closed for most people. If you peek there, and you do during the dreams, you do during playing with your kids, probably, playing with your animals. If you go there and peek, and then you stay there for a minute, 5 minutes, an hour, once you stay there for the whole day, you would never want to go back to the normal world.
So I'm going to bring in a voice right now of a contrast. So there are people listening right now who this is brand new for, and I want to let you know that this is one of the reasons why I like you so much, is because you have just described my whole life, and you are brave enough to talk about it. I am always talking to everything because I do believe that everything has that intelligence, and to honor it. And why I actually do what I do is because I'm actually singing. As a musician, I'm singing to the dream itself, the intelligence. So I want to bring in that contrasting voice. There are people in this world who are very much not experiencing magic in the ways that you are. One of the things that I learned about you as I was reading is that the ancient wisdom is all about magic and mysticism, bringing in that divine mysticism. So here's the thing though, Milana, you and I both live in this world where that has just been not the case for people. And specifically, one of the questions when our audience signed up for the summit, they want to ask our presenters about time. Many people are just busy with their lives. They're going to their jobs, they have children, they have families, there's not time to just sit and talk to your shirt, Milana. There just isn't. And yet that's the story that they've had to experience. Can you, the question that people want to ask presenters, and I would love to have your take on this, is how do I create an abundance mentality around time and priorities? And I want you to bring in that magic. Tell us, how does someone create so that their whole life is actually this kind of magic, and that they can, because why I'm asking this is that is where the dream is alive, is that place of impossibility, so that you're not just doing the 9-to-5 job and everything. So what thoughts and feelings do you have about that?
So easy and so difficult. Listen, when you wake up, don't set the time to be magical. It is about your set of mind. It is about your attitude from the beginning. You woke up, whatever you do it with an attitude of what if? What if the clothes I'm putting on for work, the 9-to-5, oh my gosh, I have to go to work and I have to get dressed. What if I add something that makes me just, I don't have the word, bliss. Bliss comes the closest to this description of this vibration. There is something you own. It might be a piece of jewelry. It might be a scarf. It might be something hidden from the world. If you have a certain clothes that you have to wear for work, if you can choose, of course, choose colorful, playful, amazing things, but most people have to dress in a certain way for work. But there is something hidden. The world doesn't have to see it. That will be on your hand or somewhere on your neck, that will remind you, this day, I choose to look at everything as if it's alive. And then whatever you have for breakfast, of course, I would suggest something alive, vibrant, like a piece of fruit, apple. You can have berries, you can have nuts, you can blend them in a smoothie. And so when you start your day with a conversation with your meal. You can have if an apple is alive, you can have a conversation with an apple. You can say, thank you. Thank you so much for nourishing me, for going inside my body with your intelligence and helping me be healthy, be energetic, be vibrant, alive, happy. So you see, there's no time set. When you get dressed, you have to get dressed, and you add magic to getting dressed. When you eat your breakfast, you eat your breakfast. You didn't take time away, but you turn this into a magical ritual because you're talking to your breakfast. And then when you get into the car, well, say hi to your car. How long has it been serving you? Get inside. Again, no time wasted. You're driving to work. Turn on the music or put on an audiobook or something so that while you're driving to work, you have inspiration music, inspirational words from an audiobook. Your time in the car is filled with something that makes you happy. Dance in your car. Consider red light a permission that you can't wait. You can't wait for the red light. If you were dreading red light, I have to get there as fast as can. No. Red light from now on. I challenge you. You dance in your car.
You know what I love about what you're saying, Milana, is that this ancient wisdom that you're bringing from your ancestors are actually, this wisdom is so applicable and so doable in our everyday life. I absolutely love what you're saying. It doesn't mean that you have to then set aside those 3 hours of magic a day. You are saying every day, every moment can be magical, and that feels so good that you're bringing in that spirit from the beginning of time to right now in our current way of life. So I want to actually even go deeper into this because I feel like this is going to get really good right now. A lot of the people that we have listening, so many of them have lost that spirit because it's called life. I've lost it. Even if I am the most magical person in the world, it's so easy to lose that magic. And so we have dreamers in the audience listening to you right now who have risked everything for the magic of their life. They have had absolute deep heartbreak, and they might be in the middle of that right now. It's so easy to take that turn into feeling cynical, jaded, and so people like you and me annoy them. And they're listening to this, and yet I've been so annoyed at all of those really magical people who are just talking about talking to your car and dancing when I am heartbroken. So I want to ask you, I want you to tap into your heart and intuitively share with this audience. Speak to the heartbroken. Speak to the ones who are jaded and cynical and don't actually want to feel that magic. What would you say to them from your heart to theirs?
Well, my first words are the words of compassion. My heart goes out of my chest to you. I want to hug you right now. I want to give you a virtual hug. Oh, I wish I could hug you in real life. Just squeeze you and tell you, hold on. It will get better. Because I've been there. I was so sick, I was told I would be in a wheelchair. I had to have injections of the most powerful opioids to keep me from losing my mind from pain. I was in pain most of the day and night. I had to go to emergency rooms. I was really sick. I had concussions. I had severe accidents. I died so many times. But it gets better. Once you know that there is a path, that someone walked that path, that someone has been where you are now. It doesn't matter if it's heartbreak, if it's sickness, If it's something so unspeakable, you can't even share it. And when people come to me for my healing sessions, they always think that what they're going to say to me is so terrible and so embarrassing that no one in the world experienced it. And I can assure you, so many of us did. We are more alike than we choose to acknowledge. We put a mask and we don't share with others our deepest pain. You can have a heartbreak or be in severe pain, and someone will ask you, how are you? And you'll say, fine. You're not willing to share. You're suffering alone. And that is the worst path to healing. Suffering alone is not what we came here to do. Yeah, this life is not all flowers and rainbows and beautiful songs. Believe me, I've been there. So much pain that I had, I do not wish anyone to experience. It was too much. I thought it was too much. How do I know it was too much? I wanted to kill myself. It was too much. Yet, when I got back into a possibility, an open mind, what if there's a way out of it? What if I don't see it now, but there is a way out of it? And all I need to take is a baby step after baby step. And then another, just little steps, very, very small. I don't have to go from being sick or heartbroken to being healthy and happy in one day. It's impossible. But I know the exact steps that worked for thousands of years.
So I want you to tell the audience about this book that you've written, because I feel like a lot of this is probably right here accessible for them. Gypsy Energy Secrets is the name of your book. And what I love about your description about your book is it is full of wisdom from the Roma people who use this wisdom to survive some of the most devastating things. And the way that you said it is when the entire world was against them. So I can only imagine how useful that can be, because sometimes in those heartbreak places we do feel like the whole world is against us, and it just doesn't get better. And that beautiful wisdom from the Roma ancestry that you're talking about is in this book from you, channeled through you, because it's in your blood. Can you share a little bit about your book and where we can find it?
Of course. Well, this is the gift that I have given to the world, because it's divided into 5 parts. You can have any type of problem with your physical body. Well, there's a section that tells you, hey, if you're sick, if you're tired most of the time, here are the steps, easy steps to take to get better physically. You can have all kinds of problems with your mind. Well, guess what? There is a chapter in the book that tells you, here's your problem, here's my solution. Try it, experiment. Here's how you turn the negative thinking, the doom and gloom, into the positive thinking, expecting something wonderful. You probably had a heartbreak. Well, there is an emotional chapter in the book. It tells you how to overcome your heartbreak and how to get even happier than you were before the heartbreak. It is possible. Not only was I able to complete that process, but thousands, if not millions, people were before you, and you can too. Steps are in the book. Well, you might have a spiritual problem. You may be disconnected from that aliveness of the world, and you don't know how to connect. You want to experience this magic. You don't know how. Well, guess what? There is a chapter in my book that walks you through the steps to get there. And then the last chapter, you might want to have magic in your life. You might want to have a wish and see it come true. You just don't know how. I tell you how. It's available on the pages. You can skip all the other pages. You can go right into the magic chapter and you can say, okay, I want my wishes to come true. How do I do that? You read the book. It's as simple as that. You open it, you read it, you do the exercises, voila.
And they can find this at, tell us your website.
My website is gypsyenergysecrets.com, and also it's available on Amazon. Go into the book section, type Gypsy Energy Secrets, and it's available in electronic format, in print format. I have a Facebook page where I do free videos, blog, newsletters. I've tried to make it as easy for you as possible. You don't want to read? Watch. You don't want to watch? Just play with it. Play. This book is not for serious studying. The book is for experimenting, playing, seeing what's possible.
You know, I think that people should get the book just to see the front cover because it is radiantly, colorfully gorgeous. So get the book just to see that. Go to the Amazon page just to see this beautiful, beautiful photo of Milana dancing in her gypsy beauty. It's amazing.
I'm surprised you said it because I wanted to say, even if you don't like to read, get the book because I charged it with good luck energy. So just having it on your nightstand will change your life, will turn it around. You don't have to know how it works. I don't have time to explain how it works, but I am able to charge things that, you remember we talked about how things are alive? Well, this book is alive. You know, it has a mind of its own.
I've done the same with my CDs, so it's so fun to hear someone else do that. I've done the same exact thing with, I call it fairy magic. I want to ask you, you are giving a free gift to our audience today. What is that free gift?
Well, since I've been through so many unusual experiences, near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, I wanted to share that. So many people are curious. Well, where do you go when you leave your body, your physical body stays, but your spirit takes off and goes, well, where does it go? Well, I wrote about all of my experiences when I left my physical body and went traveling into this magic world. I put it all together and it's free for you as a gratitude from me to you as a gift so that you can read and see, wow. Oh, you say wow. Well, all the senses are mixed up in me. You can see sounds, you can hear, taste. Read the report, you'll be surprised.
So people who sign up for your email list will get the free documentation about your out-of-body experiences. That's amazing, Milana. So personal, so beautiful. I want to thank you so much for this amazing half hour. You are tremendously alive. I encourage people to sign up for Milana to have you part of their team. And I want to thank you for who you are and your gifts in the world. You truly have a blessing that you have to give to us because you see a need, you see the gift that you have to give in this radiant, beautiful, colorful way. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll do everything I can to support you as well. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon. And I want to share with everyone that the joy and the passion that I have in presenting these people to you is what I'm here to do. And I have made a stand, I've taken a stand that I will not let money or any other reason be a reason to walk away from my dream. Which means I get to go into this amazing place of trust so that if you know that you get to give to me because I'm giving this to you, then I invite you to do so. So look at my link down below as well. And thank you for being part of this. Thank you for being part of my dream in bringing these people to the world, at least through my summit. So thank you. I also want to say one thing. At the very beginning, I wanted to make sure that everyone heard when you said that I was the most important person in the world in the room and that you allowed me to feel that way. And I said, I know, I had my suspicions the reason why I want to make sure to emphasize that you make everyone feel that way, and that it is true about every single person. So I have my suspicions that I'm the most important person in the room, and I want everyone else to feel permission that they are too. And that's a gift that you give, Milana. So keep doing that too, because it makes me so, so, so happy to feel that way in your presence. So thank you.
I absolutely love you, and I absolutely love what you do, and I'm thanking you.
Love, love, love you too. Okay, talk to you later, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.